Jennifer Lopez famously credits sleeping on her back for defying the aging process. It's a piece of advice that has become a cultural touchstone for wellness. What isn't discussed, however, is the biological cost. For many people, this perfect posture is a nightly trap, compromising the very systems that detoxify your brain and keep your airways open. Because your sleep position isn't passive rest, it is a nightly performance that determines whether your spine ages like a fine wine or a banana left on the dashboard in July. Over the next few minutes, we will translate the silent signals your body sends every night. We'll decode the 6 fundamental positions, exposing the hidden trade-offs between spinal health, brain detoxification, and even the lines forming on your face. To begin this translation, we'll examine the position that feels like a primal return to safety, the one that nearly 40% of you will adopt the moment your head hits the pillow. This is the fetal position. You know it instinctively. Knees pulled toward your chest, spine curved into a gentle C shape. This posture is our biological default for a reason. It's an evolutionary echo of self-preservation, shielding our vital organs and conserving body heat. For this reason, it can quiet the nervous system and provide a deep sense of security. It's also quite effective at keeping airways open, which is a significant benefit for snorers. However, this primal comfort comes with a mechanical cost. When curled too tightly, your body becomes a compression machine. Think of your diaphragm, the primary muscle for breathing, being slowly squeezed all night long, as if in a trash compactor. Your breaths become shallower, pulling in less oxygen with each inhale. Over 8 hours, this subtle oxygen deficit accumulates, which is why you can sleep a full night and still wake up feeling unrefreshed and sluggish. The performance was compromised. Beyond breathing, this tight curl puts sustained stress on your hip and knee joints. The constant flexion can aggravate arthritis and contribute to morning stiffness. The solution is not to abandon the position, but to optimize it. You need to transition from a tight pill bug to a loose shrimp. First, consciously unfurl your body slightly, extending your legs away from your chest. The critical step, however, is to place a firm pillow between your knees. Here is why this works. Before the pillow, your top leg collapses downward, pulling your hip forward and twisting your pelvis out of alignment with your spine. This creates a subtle, low-grade torque on your lower back all night. After you insert the pillow, it supports the weight of your top leg, keeping your hips stacked vertically. Your pelvis and spine remain in a neutral, relaxed line. You keep the psychological comfort while eliminating the mechanical strain. But even this optimized fetal position has a fundamental limitation. By its very nature, it's a closed, protective posture. To unlock one of sleep's most critical functions, the nightly detoxification of your brain, you must open up. You have to straighten out. We'll explore exactly how that process works next. And that straightened out posture has a name, the log. It's where you lie on your side with your legs and arms relatively straight. And this position is where the magic of brain detoxification truly happens. Your brain has a brilliant built-in sanitation department called the glymphatic system. Every night, cerebrospinal fluid flows through your brain, washing away metabolic waste. The most efficient way to facilitate this process is to sleep on your side. Think of it like tilting a container to let the dirty water drain out. Lying on your side uses gravity to help flush out the day's neurological debris. Crucially, this includes beta amyloid, the sticky protein plaque that clumps together in Alzheimer's patients. This makes side sleeping one of the most powerful things you can do for your long-term cognitive resilience. The answer then seems simple enough. Roll onto your side, protect your brain. But hold on. The same force, gravity, that helps your brain detox is simultaneously waging a quiet 2,500-hour-a-year war on your face and crushing the nerves in your shoulder. The solution isn't as simple as just rolling over. First, the vanity tax. Pressing one side of your face into a pillow for 8 hours a night, every night, creates permanent sleep wrinkles. Second, and more importantly, is shoulder compression. All of your upper body's weight presses down on the shoulder joint, cutting off circulation and impinging nerves. This is what causes that pins and needles feeling of a dead arm. To mitigate this, a contoured pillow with a cutout for your shoulder can be an essential tool. But this reveals an even deeper layer of complexity. It turns out that not all side sleeping is created equal. The choice of which side you lie on, left versus right, has enormous consequences for what happens inside your body, especially regarding digestion and acid reflux. One side helps, the other actively harms. We'll dissect which is which next. Let's resolve that cliffhanger immediately. For anyone who deals with heartburn or acid reflux, sleeping on your left side is profoundly beneficial. Sleeping on your right side is actively detrimental. Here is the simple, mechanical reason why. Think of your stomach as a sack of digestive acid hanging inside your torso. Due to its asymmetrical position, when you lie on your left side, the junction between your stomach and your esophagus is positioned high up. Gravity helps keep a lid on the acid. But when you roll onto your right side, that entire sack tips. The opening to your esophagus is now below the acid line, creating a perfect ramp for stomach acid to leak upward into your throat. This is the mechanism behind GERD, or gastroesophageal reflux disease. If you suffer from this, sleeping on your left is not a suggestion. It is a non-negotiable law of your internal physics. This principle applies directly to our third major posture, the yearner. This is a variation of side sleeping, where your arms are outstretched, as if reaching for something. It's a natural compromise. It opens up the chest more than the tight log position, relieving some pressure on the shoulder, while still allowing for that critical brain-cleaning process we discussed. But this compromise comes with a cost, a kind of yearner's tax. Holding your arm outstretched for hours can strain the network of nerves running from your neck into your arm, called the brachial plexus. The result is that familiar, frustrating numbness and tingling in your fingers. So we've explored the primal comfort of the fetal position and the brain-cleaning power of side sleeping. But what if there was a position considered the holy grail for spinal alignment? The one that keeps your head, neck, and spine in perfect neutrality, and is even recommended for preventing facial wrinkles. This position does exist. We're about to discuss the soldier position, but it comes with a massive, and for some, a truly relationship-ending drawback. It is the single worst position for snoring and sleep apnea, the kind of loud, wall-shaking snoring that can end marriages. Let's deconstruct this paradox. The reason the soldier position, lying flat on your back, arms at your sides, earns the title Holy Grail is pure biomechanics. First, the ultimate benefit. In this posture, your head, neck, and spine are held in perfect neutral alignment. Imagine a straight, supported line from your forehead down to your pelvis. There is no twisting, no unnatural curvature. Now contrast this with the stomach sleeper, whose neck is torqued at a 90-degree angle for hours. For your spine, the soldier position acts as a nightly reset, allowing the mattress to fully support your body's natural structure. There's a secondary benefit too. Your face is free, away from the pillow, which prevents the compression that creates sleep wrinkles. But here is where the performance takes a dark turn. While your spine is in heaven, your airway is in hell. The soldier is the absolute nemesis of clear breathing. The mechanism is simple: gravity. As you relax, gravity pulls your jaw and the base of your tongue backward, causing them to collapse into your throat. This narrows the airway, and the resulting tissue vibration is what we hear as that loud, wall-shaking, marriage-ending snoring. For people with sleep apnea, this isn't just an annoyance, it's genuinely dangerous, leading to a complete blockage of the airway and repeated choking episodes. For those with a strong airway who want its spinal benefits, you can optimize the position. Placing a small cylindrical pillow under the small of your back or a thin pillow under your knees helps maintain the spine's gentle, natural curve, reducing any potential strain. So the verdict is clear. The soldier is the gold standard for your back, but a high-risk choice for your breathing. But what about that small 5% of people who also sleep on their back, but with their arms up above their head in what's called the starfish position? This seemingly minor adjustment introduces an entirely new set of trade-offs, including the specific and strange risk of nerve damage that can lead to claw hand. We'll decode that next. This is the Starfish. It's one of the rarest of all sleeping positions, adopted by only about 5% of the population, and it presents a fascinating paradox. On the surface, it has two distinct advantages. First, by spreading the arms out, you open up the chest and can relieve certain types of shoulder pain by taking weight off the joint. Second, it's the ultimate radiator posture. For people who run hot at night, this maximizes your body's surface area, allowing it to dissipate heat far more effectively. However, it inherits the soldier position's primary flaw. It's terrible for snoring. The mechanics are identical. Gravity pulls your tongue and soft palate down, obstructing your airway. But the Starfish introduces its own unique and more insidious risk. The danger lies in having your arms raised above your head for hours. This posture can put sustained pressure on the nerves running through your shoulder and down to your hand, specifically the ulnar nerve. To understand what's happening, picture a garden hose. If you put a sharp kink in it, the water flow is cut off. Now imagine keeping that hose kinked for 8 hours straight. That is precisely what you're doing to the nerve that powers your hand. The result can be waking up with numbness and tingling in your pinky and ring fingers, a condition sometimes bluntly called claw hand. But as strange as claw hand sounds, and as serious as all the risks we've discussed so far are, from joint pain to airway obstruction, they are all minor infractions. They are misdemeanors. We are about to discuss the one position that many chiropractors and physical therapists consider a felony, a true crime against the human spine. The accused is the stomach sleeper, often called the free faller. Most chiropractors and physical therapists consider this position a crime against the spine. To understand why, perform a simple thought experiment. Imagine walking through your entire workday with your head turned sharply to one side, held at a 90-degree angle. You wouldn't last 10 minutes. Yet, if you are a stomach sleeper, you force your body into this exact position for up to 8 hours every single night. This isn't just uncomfortable, it is a biomechanical catastrophe. The sustained torque on your cervical spine doesn't just strain the vertebrae, it can constrict the critical vertebral arteries that supply blood to the back of your brain. Simultaneously, your spine is forced into a swayback, an unnatural, hyperextended arch that places immense grinding pressure on your lower back. Your face, meanwhile, is mashed into the pillow for thousands of hours a year, guaranteeing the formation of the deepest possible sleep wrinkles. So why would anyone adopt a position so self-destructive? There are two core reasons. First, it offers a paradoxical sense of psychological security, a feeling of being shielded and held. Second, it is undeniably effective at silencing even the most aggressive, wall-shaking snoring. Some analyses even link this posture to a personality that feels a lack of control in their waking life, seeking to physically bunker down at night. But whatever the reason, the physical verdict is clear. The price is chronic neck pain, persistent lower back issues, and nerve impingement that can radiate through your body. This is the very definition of aging your spine not like a fine wine, but like a banana left on the dashboard in July. We have now deconstructed all 6 major positions, exposing the hidden trade-offs of each. You might be feeling that there is no perfect solution, no single magic posture, and you are correct. But this is not a cause for despair. It is a call for craftsmanship. In the final part, we will move from diagnosis to design. I will give you a simple framework to become the architect of your own sleep, allowing you to intelligently tweak and combine these principles to build the one posture that is perfect for you. So, after all of that analysis, what's the verdict? Which position is the winner? The answer is, there isn't one. Your body, left to its own devices, intelligently picks the path of least immediate resistance, not what's best for you in a decade. But knowing the mechanics, that gives you the power to intervene, to become an artisan of your own rest. Let's run a quick, actionable lightning round. 3 intelligent tweaks you can make tonight. First, if you are a back sleeper whose snoring rattles the walls, try taping a tennis ball to the back of your pajamas. It's a simple, crude, but effective way to force your body to roll onto its side. Second, if you are a stomach sleeper trying to break the habit, try removing your pillow entirely. This flattens your spinal alignment and is the first step toward reducing that catastrophic neck torque. Third, for any side sleeper experiencing back pain, a pillow between the knees isn't a luxury, it's a non-negotiable. It aligns your hips and stabilizes your spine. Remember the core philosophy here. Sleep is not a passive activity, it is a performance. And if you're going to spend a third of your life doing it, you might as well be good at it. Now, I want to know, which one are you? The rigid soldier, the chaotic starfish, or the drooling yearner? Let me know in the comments. And if this deep dive into the biology of your bedtime has given you a new perspective, consider subscribing for more content that respects your intelligence.